under cost and management accounting 1, unit 1, basic concepts. So under basic concepts, we have studied a number of aspects. The next aspect is systems, methods and techniques of costing. Systems, methods and techniques of costing. So let us see the first one, systems of costing. So what is systems of costing? So you know, costing means cost finding. Costing means cost finding. So for cost finding, costs have to be accumulated, recorded and analyzed in an organized and orderly manner. Costing means cost finding. So for the purpose of cost finding, so we have to accumulate the cost, we have to record the cost, then we have to analyze it. How? In an organized and orderly manner through a formal cost accounting mechanism. So costs are to be here accumulated, recorded, analyzed in an orderly manner, again through a formal cost accounting mechanism. So this formal cost accounting mechanism adopted for accumulation, recording and analyzing the cost is known as cost accounting system or cost system. So the formal mechanism which is adopted for the purpose of accumulation of cost, recording the cost, analysis of the cost is known as cost accounting system. So there are three important systems of costing. They are historical costing, post costing, actual costing or traditional costing. Second one, estimated costing. Third one, standard costing. So these are the three systems of costing. So let us see these three systems of costing one by one. The first one, historical costing, or it is also known as post costing or here actual costing or traditional costing. Historical costing means here cost which is already incurred. A system of costing which is adopted to calculate or ascertain the cost which is already incurred. It is also known as post costing. Post means here already incurred or the past cost which is incurred. Again it is known as actual costing. Actual costing because cost which is already incurred. So that is actual costing or the traditional costing, traditional way of ascertaining the cost. So the main objective of this historical costing is to ascertain costs that have been incurred in past. Then again, this is the process of accumulation of costs after they are incurred in a systematic manner. Historical costs are used only for post-mortem examination of actual costs incurred, and it would be too late to control. See, historical costs are used only for the purpose of post-mortem examination of here actual costs incurred, and it is of no use for the cost control. Here past cost, historical cost or the traditional cost is of no use for the purpose of cost control. See, once the cost is already incurred means we have no control over it. So it is of no use for the cost control. The actual figures can be compared only when the standards of performance costs are determined or decided in advance. So here historical cost which is already incurred. The second one is estimated costing. A system of costing under which the cost of a product is estimated or determined in advance of production. How? On the basis of estimated here figures. Again, estimated costs are the probable costs or the predicted costs of a product at a future date. Estimated costs are the predicted costs or your forecasted cost. Then again, they are arrived at on the basis of past experience and factors of likely changes in cost of material, labor and overheads in the future. How this estimated cost or is here determined? See, on the basis of the past experience, we here estimate the future cost. Then again, forecasts of likely changes in the cost of material, labor and overheads. See, forecast, we forecast the probable changes in labor cost, material cost and overheads. So considering these, that is here on the basis of the past experience and the that is a forecast, or on the basis of here forecast of probable changes in overhead or labor or material cost, we make the estimated cost, or we decide the estimated cost. Then the third one is standard costing. Standard costing, again this standard costing is also a system of costing under which cost of a product is predetermined on the basis of standards here scientifically fixed on the various elements of the cost. So here we fix the, or we decide the standard cost. How standard costs are decided? Standard costs are decided or predetermined on the basis of standards scientifically fixed on the various elements of cost. This involves setting of standards in advance or targets of performance, then expression of these standards in monetary terms, then actual performance is measured against these standards and the differences are extracted to initiate or to indicate where the corrective action is needed. This technique is valuable aid in cost control. See, standard costing is also a method of, is a technique or system of costing where we decide the standards in advance. Here standards are scientifically decided. When a standard is fixed, then your actual performance is carried on. Then thereafter the standards and actual performance are compared. Then any deviations or your variations between standards and your actual costs here found out. Then here corrective steps are taken or measures are taken to set right the deviations or changes. So if the standards are less than here the actual costs, then we say that our performance is not according to the standard, or the organization is not performing efficiently. If the actual costs are less than the standard one or equal to the standard cost, we can say that the organization is performing according to the standard set and the organization is running efficiently or performing well. So these are the three important systems of costing. The next aspect is under this methods of costing. Methods of costing. Methods of costing can be used to refer to different procedures employed for the determination and presentation of costs, or a methods for the determination and presentation of cost. We use different procedures, or we employ different procedures. The different procedures employed for the purpose of determination of cost and the presentation of cost is known as methods of costing. There are two basic methods or types of costing. One is job costing, another one is process costing. So basically there are two methods of costing. One is job costing, another one is process costing. All other methods of costing are just the improvements or your extensions or variations of these two basic methods of costing, adapted just to suit specific circumstances. So here methods of costing are nothing but the different procedures employed for the purpose of determination and presentation of cost. And again, basically there are only two methods of costing. One is job costing, another one is process costing. Then we have a number of methods of costing, but other methods of costing are the variations or the improvements or the extension of these two, that is job costing and process costing. So let us see the various methods of costing. So one is here job costing. One of the methods of costing is job costing. Job costing. So what is job costing? A method of costing. Job costing is a method of costing used to ascertain cost of a job or individual orders which are made according to customer specification. See, job costing, a method of costing which is adapted to ascertain cost of a job or order cost of a job or order. So here jobs are performed according to the specifications or instructions given by the customers. See, here the manufacturer receives the order, then after receiving the order from the customer, he carries the production activity or the manufacturing activity. Again, the manufacture is or the production is according to the customer specifications or instructions given. Here, customer gives instruction or specification about the job or about the work. Then, according to that, your production has to be conducted. Here, each job is considered as a cost unit. And again, when a job is finished, its cost is compiled separately. When a job is completed, its cost is calculated. What is the total cost of that job? So here also, to calculate the total cost of the job, we take into account the material cost, labor cost, overheads, etc. A number of overheads, factory overheads, administration overheads, then selling and distribution overheads are taken into account, and all these are added and we get the total cost. Here examples for this job costing. One is here repair shops. See, here order is received for the repair work. Then again, while giving the order or giving the job, the owner of the vehicle also gives the instructions, that is the how to get the vehicle repaired, or what are the things the that is the mechanic has to do or the repair shop has to do, etc. All these instructions are given. According to the instruction, the repair work is done. Or in the case of printing press, see, printing press is also a best example for this job order. See, to print a card or a invitation, here the customer gives the instruction, customer goes to the printing shop, then he gives the instruction or he gives the format, then the design and etc. of the card or invitation, and according to his instruction the work is done. Then in the case of here a job or that is where several parts of a product or several parts are assembled to manufacture a product is also the example for this job costing. Then this is about job costing, one of the methods of costing. Then again the second one is here contract costing. Contract costing. It is also known as terminal costing. Contract costing, also known as terminal costing. Here a method of costing, it is also a method of costing where here work is done on contract basis. See here examples for this here construction of building, ship or your locomotives or your canals, etc. are examples for your contract costing. Contract costing is a method of costing where work is done on contract basis. See, construction of building or your shipbuilding or your locomotives or your roads, etc. Here one contractor is there, another one contractee is there. Contractor and contractee comes together, then enter into an agreement, then it becomes the contract. Then as per the contract the work is constructed or work is performed. It is also known as a terminal because the contract comes to an end. When the work is completed, say construction of building is completed, contract comes to an end. Or when the road is constructed, the contract comes to an end. When the ship is constructed, the contract comes to an end. So this contract costing is also known as a terminal costing. Another one is process costing, a method of costing which is applied where goods are produced or the production involves a number of processes. Production involves here processes. That is, to convert the raw material into finished product, the raw material has to pass through several stages or several processes. So in the production of cotton textile, the raw cotton has to be passed through several processes. Or in the manufacture of cement, the cement raw cement or the raw materials required for the production of cement has to be passed through several processes. Or in the chemical industry, that is fertilizers industry, to produce the fertilizer, the raw materials which are to be passed through several processes. So a process costing is a method of costing which is applied where goods are produced through various processes, or where the production involves number of processes, or where the raw material has to be passed through several processes to convert it into the finished product. The next one is operating costing. Another method of costing, that is operating costing. So operating costing is a method of costing which is applied where the specialized services are offered, or it is applicable to those undertakings that render services. They do not manufacture goods, but they render services. So examples here are transport undertakings or transport companies, railways, roadways, or your water supply companies or electricity companies. These are rendering your specialized services. They do not offer, or they do not manufacture the goods. So operating costing, method of costing, it is applied where specialized services are rendered but not goods, or where goods are not produced but services are rendered. There we apply operating costing. Then we have batch costing, method of costing which is applied where goods are produced in batches. Not in single or not in units, but in batches. Say batch of hundreds, batch of thousands, batch of 500, etc. So this method is applied in the case of pharmaceutical industry, or in the case of toys manufacturing. See here, tablets or your capsules are produced not in singles but batches. So you can see this in the wrapper of the tablet or the capsules. The batch number is given. So here goods are produced in batches, or batch means in several numbers, not single units. Then unit costing, again here it is also known as single costing. So method of costing where your cost per unit is ascertained. Cost per unit or single good is manufactured. So here, to calculate cost per unit, first of all the total cost is calculated, then the total cost is divided by number of units manufactured. Then we have departmental costing where cost of output of each department is calculated separately. So department, cost of output of department that is produced by a particular department is ascertained. That is known as departmental costing. Then multiple or composite costing. Another one is multiple or composite costing. Multiple, composite means here combination of two or more methods of costing. Say we have job costing, we have batch costing, we have contract costing, we have process costing, or we have unit costing. Here among them two or more methods are combined, and Here cost is ascertained. That method is known as multiple or composite. Here multiple costing is applicable to manufacturing and assembly concerns like your television, radio manufacturing, scooter and other motor vehicle, refrigerator manufacture, electric motors, locomotives, etc. Where single cost method is adopted or where job cost method is adopted, as well as here process cost method is adopted or contract costing method is adopted. So a combination of two or more methods of costing is known as multiple costing. Then the last one is here farm costing. Farm, F-A-R-M, farm costing. A method of costing is developed for the use of agricultural industry. It is evolved to suit the specific requirements and peculiar characteristics of agriculture industry. Where agricultural goods are manufactured or agricultural products are used. So there we adopt a certain a different method of costing, that is known as the farm costing. Then the next part is here techniques of costing. Systems, methods, then techniques. Technique of costing can be used to refer to the specialized technique or procedure adopted for ascertaining the cost of products. Again here technique means specialized technique that is utilized for the purpose of ascertaining the cost. And again providing relevant cost data to the management for special purpose. See, these techniques are used or for special purpose. Then again these are used for the purpose of satisfying the needs of the management of the organization. See, management has to make policies or has to take decisions or it has to plan about the various activities of the organization. For all these here techniques of costing helps the management. So here certain techniques. One is absorption costing, marginal costing, budgetary control, standard costing, direct costing, uniform costing. All these are the techniques of costing. So this we can see in the